Hey, what's going on, Studio K team? This is Charles Ross, and we have had such a fun summer. And you know what? The summer isn't over yet. And you know what that means? We've got one more week of our Where in the World series, where we have been exploring the life of the Apostle Paul, and we've been exploring how the story of Jesus changed Paul forever. It changed his life and his purpose, and then Paul took that change by establishing churches and helped impact the entire world. Well, you know what? We get an opportunity to benefit from that change, and we get an opportunity to take that change to our kids again this week in our message, Love Will Keep Us Together, where we are exploring the bottom line. Jesus changes the way that we work together. The story of Jesus changes the way we work together. And as Paul wrote the Ephesians church, he wrote in chapter 4 a description of who we were as a church. He described us as the body of Christ. And in verse 16, as I paraphrase, he talked about us as a body being fitted and joined together, and that every ligament supports the body, and we build ourselves up together in love as all parts work together. And we are so excited to illustrate this truth in both our large and small groups. In our large group, we're going to need all of the small group leaders to help us, because your small group is going to make a shelter out of a number of different items on the stage. And so, small group leaders, we're going to want you to connect with your host, because this activity will illustrate how we can have fun working together. And when we work together, we'll be able to build up something that nothing can shake apart. That's going to be fun. You know what? We're also going to get a chance to illustrate this in our small groups. And our first small group activity is called Pulling Together. In pulling together, you're going to group the teams up, your small group, into teams of 4. Each of those 4 individuals will take a device that we've made out of a rubber band and some yarn, and they will pull each 4 of those parts to expand that rubber band. Well, when that rubber band contracts, their goal as a group is to contract that rubber band over a series of different cups. In fact, we're going to ask them to get 4 cups, pick those 4 cups up one at a time, and get them to the finish line. And whichever group wins is the group that works best together as a team. Again, why are we doing this? We're doing this to illustrate what we can accomplish together as a body of Christ. Each individual in this group has a different part. If only one of them pulls, the activity won't work. But if we all pull together, then the activity will work and we will win together. The next is called Partisan Pizza. This is activity number 2. And in pizza, and I don't know about you guys, but I love pizza. Pizza has so many different ingredients. And so you're going to assign one ingredient to each child, whether it's pepperoni, cheese, sauce, or maybe dough. Each child will then think through and write out why their ingredient is so important to the pizza. Well, you know what? This gives you a chance to debrief how all of those different parts of the pizza work best together. We can't have a pizza just full of sauce, even though I'd love that, but we need all of the parts to work together to make it delicious and make it work, just like the body of Christ. And then finally, activity number 3 is called Elbows and Heels, and this is a fun Bible memorization activity. You're going to divide your small group into 2 groups. And in these 2 groups, you're going to assign each individual a number. So let's say you've got 6 kids in each group. You're going to assign them numbers 1 through 6 in group 1 and 1 through 6 in group 2. Then you're going to pair the groups together. You're going to have them face each other in a line, and you're going to call out 2 numbers like 3 and 5. Then the kids with numbers 3 and 5 will get together in the center, and then you're going to call out something else. You're going to either say elbows or heels. Well, then they're going to need to get their elbows together and then recite the memory verse together. Well, why are we doing this? Again, it's just a fun and silly way of engaging the kids while they memorize the memory verse. And again, our memory verse gives us a chance to illustrate the fact that our salvation is only from God's grace. It is a gift of God, and it's not because of anything that we've earned. Well, you guys, we're so grateful for you, and we are so grateful that we want to show you our appreciation. We want to show you our appreciation in 3 different ways. Number 1, we have a huge mega huddle. That means everybody in kids ministry, we want to get you guys together for a fun meeting where we're going to celebrate you, we're going to have some awards, and we're going to give you some valuable information. And this is going to occur after the weekend services at both locations. So Saturday night at the Fort Myers location, and then on Sunday after all 3 services at both Gateway and the Fort Myers location, we're going to have a mega huddle, and it's going to be fun. Way number 2 that we're going to celebrate you guys is through Team Night. Team Night is going to be so fun, you guys. August 5th, we want you to register for Team Night. Register this weekend. Look for iPads where we'll be floating them through your room so that you can register for Team Night. We've got fun activities, great food, and an amazing theme for you. August 5th, Team Night. Then finally, our open house night. This is the first time we've done this, and this is going to be so much fun. This is a back to school celebration. We're inviting kindergartners all the way through 12th grade and their parents and families. This is a fun family night. We're doing it at both locations on August the 10th. And here's the most important part of our open house night. The small group leaders, that's you guys. We want you to be there as our honored guests, where we pair small group leaders and mentors together with parents. And the ultimate thing will happen. We'll be able to pair ourselves together for life change for each child and each teenager that's there. And we hope that you guys can make our open house night August the 10th. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for what you do. We love you, and we'll see you this weekend.